Family Feud by Finneas. Those of you who don't know, Finneas O'Connell is the older brother of Billie Eilish. He's 27, she just turned 23 back in December. When I was preparing this video, I noticed that Finneas was actually performing a concert in Melbourne, well, last night, my time. One of the disadvantages of living way up here in Cairns in the tropics is that none of the major acts ever come this way. We only ever get the acts that were at their peak 50 years ago. Now, last year in 2024, Finneas put out an album called For Crying Out Loud, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very laid back, kind of easy listening, very chill sort of album. Very different from the kind of stuff that he writes with and for Billie. And one of the songs that stands out for me on that album is, I suppose, a fairly sentimental one, quite a touching song called Family Feud. And I don't think you have to work too hard to guess who this song is about. So let's take a listen to Family Feud by Finneas O'Connell.
Mom and Dad are out of town. The two of us are grown-ups now. Pepper had to be put down.
Pepper was a family dog that had to be put down, unfortunately, in July of 2023.
Mom and Dad are out of town. The two of us are grown-ups now. Pepper had to be put down. Hard to take, hard to own, not hard to break a collarbone. A little late, but not alone.
And Finneas broke his collarbone in a motorbike accident back in 2022.
Hard to take, hard to own, not hard to break a collarbone. A little late, but not alone. And you're only 22, and the world is watching you, judging everything you do.
I don't really have to add much to that. The whole world is watching Billie, judging everything she does. I guess Finneas is a little bit luckier in that he stays a little bit in the background. He doesn't quite get the attention that Billie gets.
And you're only 22, and the world is watching you, judging everything you do. Just a house and just a room, just a handful of balloons, just another afternoon. Just the way it almost was, when it's just the two of us.
So Finneas is reflecting there on the times before Billie became famous, I guess. When it was just the two of them. He's about 4 years older than Billie, and they clearly spent a lot of time together. They're very close. Of course, as they began to grow up, their paths began to diverge, but they were very lucky that making music brought them together.
It almost was, when it's just the two of us. Sleep all day, I'll wake you up, when it's just the two of us. Quiet trip, chaperone, got homesick, got sent home. Mom and Dad on the phone. And you're only 22, and there's nothing I can do. I've made mistakes, you'll make them too. A part of me is part of you, just a different shade of blue, just a little family feud.
I think there's just an acknowledgement there that as close as they are, as a family, there are always going to be little disagreements, just a little family feud.
You make them too. A part of me is part of you, just a different shade of blue, just a little family feud. Just the way it almost was, when it's just the two of us. Sleep all day, I'll wake you up, when it's just the two of us. And you're only 22, and there's nothing I can do. Part of me is part of you, just a different shade of blue.
You're only 22 and there's nothing I can do, I think, is an acknowledgement that as much as he's the big brother and he wants to protect his little sister, there's really nothing he can do. He has to live his life, she has to live her life. He'll do what he can, but in the end, it's going to be up to her. Look, it's a very simple, touching song, simply reflecting on the relationship between siblings. They've clearly had a very close relationship, and I think through the writing of the music together, they still have a close relationship. Nothing fancy about the song, just simple honesty. I suppose in today's market, an album like For Crying Out Loud is not going to garner a whole lot of attention, even if you are Billie Eilish's brother. Nevertheless, it's a collection of really nice, honest songs and worth giving a listen.